Yeah, this Ice Fox is a thing of beauty. Such presence, so many clever part usages, and the shaping is flawless. It matches the anatomy of a fox perfectly. So let's take a closer look at this breathtaking LEGO creation and see what we can learn about some of the cool techniques and maybe give you some inspiration for your own future builds too. So this MOC is built by Woomy World and it's called Boreal Vixen. This is truly one of Wormy's best builds. I mean, let's just start with this magnificent head design. I mean, check out how he's used these white croissant pieces to form eyebrows, but it also beautifully just highlights the edge of the eye here and gives it a nice presence. If you're wondering how these croissant pieces are attached, they do have a bar connection on the back of them, so they're just simply attached on with the use of some of these pieces. I love too how Wormy's taken advantage of the fact that there are these natural bar connections on either end of these croissants, and so with that he's branched off a few extra pieces that lead into these curved tiles. This gives it some nice cheeks, but again, it helps shape the edge of this eye here. And because of these two pieces surrounding that eye design, the fox just has this beautiful, cunning look on its face. And it's all thanks to these two pieces. So good. The eye in the center is nice too, uses some of these black clip pieces like this one, and then inserts a trans bright green toe ball piece to form the eye. It's a wonderful pop of color here, great idea to have that be such a strong, bright color. These toe ball pieces come in this translucent color specifically on an old Nexo Knight set. They're used as crossbow ammo, as we can see here. It's a really cool piece. Another nice part use are these ears. These are actually jaw pieces that come from the set Newt's Case of Magical Creatures. We can see they are used as jaws on this specific beast here. Such a good part use. They look exactly like ears on a fox's head, even though they were originally a jaw piece from some magical creature. That part use does wonders for this whole head design. And also, this entire head design, so well shaped and crafted. It looks exactly like a fox's head. Well done, good sir. Now, as cool as the head design is, my favorite part of the MOC has to be the use of these Strack ice pieces. They're seen on the set, Strack of course. The way that these have been used, it looks exactly like fur, and it's just beyond belief how that's been captured here. I think this is the epitome of the term nice part use. Making these icy pieces look like they are, still kind of implying a sense of ice and snow, but they look exactly like fur all of a sudden. Super clever. Using a piece outside of its original use, but still capturing the essence that piece evokes. Wonderful. So how are these ice pieces attached? Well, thanks to this behind the scenes shot that we can see from Wormy World's Instagram, we noticed that he's used some official LEGO rubber bands to hold them in place. Now, Wormy himself expressed that they needed to be rubber bands here because he wanted them to be as close as possible to the body, and the traditional connector pieces that exist out there just didn't allow the design to look natural. So in that sense, I think this was a really smart move. In this image too, when we take a look at the internal workings here, we can see that there's various different clips and things used to attach smaller strands of fur. For example, we have this T-bar piece here, as well as a few other similar parts, and these are used to create connection points that allow you to branch off with other pieces so that you have room to add that fur detail. This is a really smart way of taking advantage of this space here. It's pretty limited space, but by kind of branching things off in different directions, suddenly you've got a little bit more room to play with, and it allows you to fill in those gaps and make this look even more realistic by just packing in a bunch of fur all throughout this. Real nice. Oh, and I adore this tail design. It uses a few different protector mask pieces from the protector sets, and all of them together like this create a very, very effective looking fox tail. Now, of course, these masks are just attached on with friction in the same way that they are with your typical protector set. But we can see some additional fur has been added onto these friction joint pieces here. Here's another behind the scenes image that shows you exactly how that fur has been attached. A surprising connection to be sure, but hey, it's a great way to pack in even more fur onto this tail design to make it even more realistic. I love that. And hey, the incredible designs just keep coming. I love this paw design. Using these white battle droid bodies here as a base for the paw, very smart. And also I love how it bridges up into this very simple but very effective lower leg. The piece that's used for this lower leg, this 2x2 cone piece, I guess there's also a 2x2 round plate just above it, but that cone piece specifically, such a good part. Basically it's just one piece here, but it's enough to create a smooth and very effective leg design. So it's nice that such a good look is created just from one or two different pieces. Genius. I also love the layers of colour here too. The fact that the underbelly is exclusively light grey, whereas the rest is either white with the little hints of translucent colours, and yes, it varies off in other colours as well, but for the most part, white on top, grey on the bottom. It works very well. And I like seeing all these different claw pieces down here too to continue that furry look. That's really cool. Another behind the scenes photo that we've got here shows that the mock was almost complete, but this one Boreal eye over here, it used to be white, but when we look at the finalized photos, this was replaced with a light bluish grey version instead. Now swapping this out I think was a really good call. It really helps with the layers of colour. Grey on the bottom for the underbelly, white fur up top, and that one piece being there, it breaks that rule. And it just looks off. It's insane the difference that colour can make, but hey, you can't disagree with the results. It does look better just by swapping that out. So that's a closer look at the techniques of this mock, and man, honestly, this is one of my all-time favourite Bionicle creations. The way that Wormyworld has so effectively captured the look of a fox and just masterfully crafted these fur textures, it just looks surreal. He truly is a master of his craft. And if you need further proof that he's a master of his craft, you should check out some of the other stuff he's built. There'll be links in the description to his Flickr and his Instagram. Be sure to check this guy's stuff out. And hey, maybe leave a comment on his stuff or give him a follow. He certainly deserves it. Now, thank you for watching. I hope you loved looking at this creation as much as I did. Happy building, and bye for now.